Hello everybody and welcome to our next video. Today we're talking about show preparation. A lot of new people often ask, how do you know when the shows are, where they are, and there's a very simple answer to that, and the answer is KV's magazine. It has everything that you could possibly need to know, show reports, obviously the calendar, articles, breeding stock. So if you want to get into showing, it's really useful to sign up to a subscription, and I'll put the details in the comments below of how you do that. Now every month in KV's there is the show calendar. In the January edition of KV's there is also the annual calendar, so the entire year, so you can map out the entire year, put them on a wall planner, and then you know which shows are when, and you can start your preparation. So show preparation starts a month before the show. At that point you want to be deciding which pigs you are going to show. One thing I didn't know when I first started showing U5, 5/8 in the schedule, which of course is obvious to me now, but U5 is under 5 months. So if you've got a pig that is between 13 weeks, which is the minimum age for showing, and is under 5 months, they go in that class. If they're over 5 months but under 8 months, they go in the 5 to 8 class, and if they're over 8 months, they go in the adult class. So this is Ashley. She won the Teddy Club Best in Show at Doncaster this year. Now I haven't done anything to her. I've basically just lifted her out of her hutch. So what you see is what you'll get when you're first coming to look at your pigs and think, gosh, this doesn't look like a show quality pig to me, because obviously she needs some work. So the first thing that you want to do, and I say it needs to be a good month before, is if they need a bath, at that point you would bath them. Now with Ashley, because she's white, I would always bath her, because she just gets dull, and they always look much better when they've been bathed. Now you don't have to bath the teddy before a show, that's entirely up to you, but I would recommend not really doing it less than 2 weeks before, and ideally you want to be doing it a month before. When I bath my pigs, I use Head and Shoulders Itchy Scalp. You can also use Nizoral, or Manuka and Neem is the other one I've used, but every breeder will have their own shampoo of choice, and that's entirely up to you what you use. First thing I would do is just go through with my comb, and this is the comb that I use, so it's wide there, narrow there, and all I'm going to do is try and get the majority of the grass seeds and dirt and everything out of her coat. This is something I do every other week with all my pigs, because teddies, especially when they've got a really dense coat, they get grass seeds that work to the bottom of the hair shaft, and that irritates the skin, and that can lead to scurf. And as we all know with teddies, you don't want anything that can lead to scurf, because they get scurfy on their own anyway. I would then clip their nails if they need doing. I would clean their ears, check their eyes. If there were a boar, I would clean the grease gland. For cleaning the grease gland, you can either use Ridmite spray, which you would just spray on the grease gland with them dry, and then use a flea comb like this to just work that grease out very gently and do it in a circular motion around the grease gland. If you're going to bath them anyway, then you can use Swarfiga, and just a dab of that, or you could use fairy liquid as well, just a dab of that on the grease gland, work that in with a soft toothbrush, and then shampoo the rest of the pig, and then rinse everything out. So that's if you're going to bath them. With the ears, if I was going to clean the ears, you can use a few drops of baby oil, and you would just put a few drops in, massage that in, and then wipe it out with any kind of baby wipes. I like Huggies, but any kind of baby wipes. I use Sonotics. It's really good because it actually dissolves the wax and then lifts it to the surface. Okay, so if you don't need to bath your pig, and you just want to start grooming them now, so as you can see, all these loose hairs, they all need to come out, because at the minute she just looks scruffy. So what you're aiming for is them to look really neat and tidy and have a uniform length of hair across their entire body. On the Teddy KV Club website, under the show preparation page, there is a really good pair of pictures that show before and after grooming. So do have a look at that, because that just illustrates what we're trying to achieve when we're grooming. The other thing that I use is just a bottle of water. That's all it is. It makes getting the hair out much easier. Some people use latex gloves, but I tend to just use water. And then what you're going to do is go work over the entire pig, and you're basically just gripping the hair, and as you pull, the loose hairs automatically come out. As you can see, it's just starting to come out, and they're always ticklish on their sides. And you basically just work all the way through, taking all the loose hair out, all the long hairs, all the guard hairs, and tidying them all up. And I say, you just work systematically over the pig until you've got them all out. And as you can see, that's all starting to come out now. Can you see all that hair? And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get all those hairs out. So start a month before, and then every week before the show do a little bit more, and then the lead up to the show, and that week before the show, every day just do a little bit more, so that on the morning of the show you're ready to go. So I hope you found that helpful. Thanks everybody. Stay safe.